I'm holding.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Stream of Annihilation. I'm Anna Prosser Robinson, one of your hosts, and I'm joined by Suzanne Wallace from Roll20. Welcome, Suzanne.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, you've been here the whole time at the Stream of Annihilation.
Yeah.
How's it been so far for you?
It's been crazy. We've been playing games. I've been checking out some fun board games and other t-shirts because there's so many t-shirts in there.
There are a lot of t-shirts around here. In Studio C, there's just a wealth of t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm wearing one now. Yeah, hats. All sorts of swag. Wizards treating us very well. But you're here to talk to us today about Roll20. So just in case there's someone who's tuned in that's never had the chance to play on Roll20 before, they're just hearing about it, what is Roll20?
Roll20 is a virtual tabletop that lets you play all kinds of role-playing games, including D&D online with your friends if you've moved across the country and have been having trouble staying in touch. This is a way that you can see your friends, talk to them, and play a fun role-playing game online.
Yeah, actually, a little fun fact. I started playing Dungeons & Dragons on Roll20.
Yay.
My first year of playing Dungeons & Dragons, I never actually rolled a physical die. I only used Roll20. So very near and dear to my heart. Definitely something that helped me stay in touch with friends and build my first D&D group and D&D show. You guys work quite a bit with people who play online and stream online especially, right?
Yeah, we do a ton. I mean, we work with Miss Clicks all the time. We love seeing streamers use our content, use Roll20 on the stream. I mean, really anything that allows people who are used to talking to webcams stream it kind of makes it a lot easier. We've added features too that have made that a little bit more fun and exciting, like 3D dice, so you can get that feel and hear the clatter of dice hitting the tabletop. So we like doing things like that to make it more fun and sort of visceral.
It is very satisfying, that sound.
Yeah.
And, like, there's
You need that.
Yeah, there's something to it. But specifically, we're here to talk about Roll20 and D&D, and I know that you have actually had the privilege of being like partnered with D&D. You have actual assets from D&D. So tell people what that means, that Roll20 offers kind of a partnership with D&D.
Yeah, we signed a licensing agreement just about this time last year, and since then we've released 5 D&D official products. We've got, I mean, a whole list of them if you go to our marketplace and check them out. We've got everything from Lost Mine of Phandelver to get you started out, Storm King's Thunder. You just got to see the trailer for Tales from the Yawning Portal, which just recently came out. So since then, we've been able to we're working on backlist stuff all the time and then making sure that we get the new content out at the same time as the hobby store date so that when people get excited about a new product, they can play it on Roll20 too.
Right. So, and I believe we've talked about some Curse of Strahd stuff that you have.
So officially today, for the first time, I can announce that the next backlist product coming from Roll20 is Curse of Strahd. There's no
Yay.
duh. Yeah, we haven't been able to talk about it yet. So this is the first time because it's pretty much done. It's almost done. It's coming at the end of June, so that'll be great because people will have something to play for the next few months while they wait for other new things like Tomb of Annihilation.
That's amazing. Curse of Strahd is, again, very close to my heart, being one of the first that we played on Dice Camera Action. And so I would love, so what does that mean when you say you've got it on there? What kind of things will be available on the platform for me to use?
So everything that you could ever get in the game, in the book version, is put into the virtual tabletop. So that means all the text content is put into handouts that are organized by chapter and then by area. NPCs have their own separate entries, so you can pull them up, look at their character sheet, one-click actions on there to roll, which is really great for GMs if they're trying to track actions and be like, okay, well, well, they just hit you with the short sword and that's done. Let's move on. Everything is laid out on the maps. Tokens are placed where you're going to have encounters. In fact, we do things like dynamic lighting so that the GM can control what players see on the tabletop.
Wow.
So maybe all your players are in a corridor and they can't see what's around the corner until they walk, and the angle allows them to see that there's also 5 goblins there.
Right.
And it's going to be rough. And everything from there is just laid out so you don't really have to think about it quite too much. It's a nice visual experience, which is really nice for GMs to be able to have more control without having to spend 2 hours laying it out on their kitchen table.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of a shortcut, basically.
That's very cool. And so have you found that people play online as well as, like you said, at their own table using Roll20?
Yeah, we hear a lot of stories about people doing both because maybe your friends moved across the country and you love playing D&D with them, or maybe you live in an area where you don't have a hobby store to go to and meet people and play D&D, and that happens all the time, and that's kind of the point of Roll20 is to provide a solution for that.
Right.
So you can go on the site, you can use the looking for group forum even if you want to find new friends and find a way to play across vast distances.
And you've had a chance to play a bit yourself on Roll20, at least, I would think. So tell me about your experiences playing with D&D.
I love it. I actually only just, last week, started DMing my own game with some of the Roll20 team of Storm King's Thunder.
Yay!
Which, oh my God.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's easier than it could be, but it is really hard. I mean, I love it because I can figure out where the heck we are really quickly by hang on a second, let me just search for that. Where are you? Who are you talking to? Oh, that's right, this guy. Instead of having to flip through pages, which just works for me better. And that's the basic idea. I can also hide things on the GM layer so that no one can see anything except the map and their tokens and maybe the 2 guys they're fighting. And I can choose to hide everything up on the GM layer, which only I can see until I right-click a thing and then put it on their layer so they can see it. So I love that level of control.
Yeah, totally. Have there been any fun moments in your campaign so far that you could tell us about?
There was a fun moment when I didn't do that, and someone saw a goblin 200 feet away, and they said, "Hey, there's a goblin over there. Does he see me?" And I wasn't ready for it, and I said, yes, he comes running towards you. Quick recovery. Just move along.
Do it on the fly. Yeah. So you guys also have done some streaming for Roll20. You have a Twitch channel, and you actually have a DM in residence in Adam Coble, which is cool.
We do.
Which I don't know too many companies that have a DM in residence.
It's kind of necessary when you're a virtual tabletop and you're like, hey, we play D&D a lot and also lots of other games, and it's fun and easy. Yeah, Adam Coble, who got to be here yesterday to play as a grung with Chris Lindsay, is our DM in residence. He does a fantastic job. He runs multiple weekly shows, not even just D&D, but other tabletop games as well, because we like to show the versatility. We are system agnostic, although tons of our users love D&D, and so do we. But we like to be able to show off what the platform can do with people who know how to use it and love what they're doing.
Well, we are here celebrating Tomb of Annihilation, and I'm sure you can't tell us anything about when Tomb of Annihilation might be released on Roll20, but is there kind of the intention that we should see these new adventures coming out eventually on Roll20?
It's definitely coming out, and in fact, I can say that Tomb of Annihilation is going to be available on Roll20 on the Hobby Store release date.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could share that with us. That's awesome.
I definitely can.
That's great. Okay, so we will know that as soon as we can get Tomb of Annihilation in the hobby stores, we can also get it on Roll20.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
very exciting.
That's happening.
And I think you have some special events coming up that we can talk about. Roll20 Con, right?
Yeah.
When is that?
Roll20 Con's coming up June 24th and 25th, which is a Saturday and Sunday. We're going to have plus level subscription features from Roll20, which means things like dynamic lighting and ad-free experience of the tabletop. That's going to be available the entire week preceding the convention and through there. So if you've never tried that stuff out, because Roll20 at base is completely free and you can get the majority, really everything you need. But if you want to try out those plus features, we welcome people to do that. It's really just supposed to be an online-only game-playing convention. We want people in there playing games. Plus, the entire proceeds, everything from stuff that we get from selling T-shirts for the con is going to go entirely to CyberSmile, which is a nonprofit organization that helps prevent cyberbullying. So we're really happy to be able to support them. We're also on that Saturday and Sunday going to have 2 very long streams of wonderful streamers having fun playing games on our sort of main stage channel. The schedule for that hasn't been released yet because I think we're still finalizing a little bit, but it's going to be coming out in like the next week or so.
And I just from talking to people here, I know you can't confirm anything, I'm sure, but there are quite a few people that are here this weekend that will also be involved in Roll20Con, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, there are. And some of them are doing wonderful, fun things that I'm very excited to watch, and I can't wait to share more. We will be announcing all of that at roll20con.net.
Oh, cool.
So if you go to roll20con.net, you can find that out. So,
yeah, and when you think of an online con, you know, just to emphasize this, that means that anyone from anywhere could kind of attend the con, right? By doing so online.
Exactly. The great thing is we don't really need to have hours. We can do it 24 hours. We encourage people from all over to be playing. We have a lot of people who like playing in Brazil and people in London and in Canada and pretty much everywhere. And the nice thing is that you can find people who are either staying up really late or that's just their regular Saturday. You can just play with people all over the world.
And attending the con could mean watching the stream that you guys are putting on, or you're encouraging people to play lots of games during this time, right?
Yeah.
Because you can use the plus level subscriptions, and also, I believe because I participated last year, and it was really cool that a lot of people were specifically looking for games during that time, and I know that you can go kind of find a group at Roll20, right?
Exactly. We have a looking for group forum, and what we've done is when you're creating a game and maybe scheduling it for the con, there's a little checkbox that you can say this is going to be part of Roll20Con, and then our looking for group system will elevate that, make it stand out a little bit more so that people can find those games easily and get in on a pickup game. You could even schedule one the day of, and I'm sure you could find people who are looking to play.
That's really cool, because I think one of the questions I get most often in chat on Twitch is, hey, I'd really like to play. How do I find someone to play with? And I direct them there, because there aren't a whole lot of places that you can go meet other people that are looking for games online. So have you seen that be a way that a lot of people kind of build community on Roll20?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a wonderful nut that we're going to continue trying to crack, basically, is how do I make it as easy as possible for you to find people and get into a game? And that's the goal of the LFG. I mean, we keep working on it constantly, and that's the idea, is that we send people there all the time, say, please, yes, find new friends, play games.
You know, it's really interesting to me to think of, like, what's the goal behind something like Roll20? And we've talked about, you know, it's staying in touch with friends, it's having a place that you can organize everything and find everything quickly. But I'd love to hear from you. What is it that you think Roll20 tries to accomplish for people in the D&D space or in the role-playing space?
Even just in the role-playing space overall, we really want to make playing games easy and accessible to everyone. Something we hear about a lot is that as much as loving as this community is, sometimes people are new to it or hesitant or aren't sure they're going to be accepted, and going into a physical space can just be a whole nother realm of intimidation. It shouldn't be, and I think we're all working towards fixing that. But this is just one other way that we can try to make it a little easier. You can stay at home in the comfort of your own space. You can use a webcam or not use a webcam if you so choose. You can get online easily, find new friends, and you can play any game at all. I would love you to play any game at all. I mean, I play everything. And I love D&D. That's definitely a big one for me. But we want people to just be playing more games.
Absolutely. It sounds good to me. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for all of your time. This has been fantastic. I can't wait for Roll20Con and for all of these new releases coming out. Guys, do go to roll20.net, best portal.
Roll20.net for the main site. If you're interested in the convention, go to roll20con.net.
Awesome. Well, coming up later today, you're going to see more and more games of Dungeons & Dragons. You're going to get to see the, quote, madcap fun of Dragon Friends, which is an improv comedy group from Australia. They'll be up later. But right now, we have a group that's near and dear to my heart. It's a group from Misclicks. They're going to be previewing their show, Misclicks D&D Risen, which is going to air this summer on Wizards of the Coast official Twitch channel. And they're going to give you a little taste right now.